Everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel, and as you guys see by the title, we're going to be talking about Irv Smith Jr., our tight end from Alabama, who is going to be entering his 4th season in this upcoming year, and I think his 4th season is going to be an absolutely monstrous season from Irv Smith, and I think it's going to be all thanks to Kevin O'Connell, who I am so excited about him being here. Just every day I hear more information about him, how he holds himself, how him and Quezzy are getting along. I just love it. I love it so much, and I'm excited to watch him and his Rams offense take on the Bengals in the Super Bowl. But we're talking about Irv Smith and how he's about to absolutely explode in Kevin O'Connell's offense. Irv Smith last season, you know, this is actually, I mean, for me it's pretty, or not funny, but for the past 2 years, I have made a video on this channel saying Irv Smith will break out this upcoming season, and especially last year. I remember I was so adamant because even during training camp and when they go to camp in Eagan, Minnesota, you just hear these reports about Irv coming out, and you see these clips of him in practice, and he looks like just a freak of nature. Every time I watch Irv Smith play football, he just looks like a freak of nature tight end. I just see this like Darren Waller, Noah Fant type of build, and he reminds me a lot, if you guys remember, Jordan Reed, a really good tight end for the Washington football team, who are now the Washington Commanders, but like sort of like a 6'2", 6'3" hybrid tight end, crazy athlete. That's what I think of when I think of Irv Smith. And going into this past season, I thought he was going to have a huge year. I thought this was his year because Kyle Rudolph was gone, and he did move on to the Giants, and Irv Smith, he was going to take over that role, and it really broke my heart when I got the notification that he did tear his meniscus. I mean, that was one of those injuries. You know, I always feel bad for players when they get a season-ending injury. It's just, I mean, it breaks my heart. But for Irv Smith especially, a 23-year-old kid, he was working his ass off for last season, and then right before the season starts, he didn't even get to play a game, and he gets his meniscus torn. I mean, that just like hurts my heart just for the human aspect of him. But it also fires me the F up for the football aspect, because I know what type of dude Irv Smith is. I can just tell by his personality, how he holds himself on social media, his interviews. This dude is a very motivated, he's a very motivated man. I wanted to say some other words, but, we're trying to stay monetized on YouTube. Irv Smith's a badass, and I think this is just going to add fire to the fuel. And I think this, him coming off this and him not playing in 2 years, him not playing in front of fans since his rookie season in 2019, Irv Smith's going to take over. And I think Kevin O'Connell is going to have a huge impact on that. Kevin O'Connell, the Rams, they love running 11 personnel, and 11 personnel is with three wide receivers, 1 running back, 1 tight end. By the way, Vikings fans, you're going to be seeing this every single play. I think this is going to be the formation that we look up on our screen every Sunday. This is what we're going to see a lot. Kirk in shotgun, Dalvin to the left of him, or Kene Nwangwu to the left of him, 3 wide receivers, and then the Irv Smith, the tight end. This is perfect for Irv. And when you're watching the Rams, one thing I loved in the NFC Championship, Higbee went down. Their starting tight end, Tyler Higbee, went down. He's a good tight end. I think he's incredibly underrated. What he does to the Rams offense is actually insanely underrated, and he's a very good tight end. I just don't think he's as talented as Irv. Anyways, he got hurt in the NFC title game. A guy named Blanton stepped up. He's been around the league for a while. Again, Irv's better than him, but Blanton's still a solid tight end. He was being wildly productive, just doing his role. And the Rams tight ends, because of the receivers, they get so much attention. It's so much of the time the tight end is one-on-one with a linebacker or one-on-one with a corner. And, if I'm looking at the Vikings offense in comparison to the Rams, they got Cooper Kupp. Well, we got Jefferson. That's a toss-up. You can take whoever you want. They have OBJ running their secondary routes. We have Adam Thielen in the slot. Take who you want. So if the teams are still going to have to focus on Thielen, Jefferson, they're bracketing both of them. Irv Smith is going to absolutely embarrass whatever linebacker, whatever corner gets that assignment during the week, saying you're going to be manned up with him. Because also, the first month of the season, I think Irv Smith in September, I just have this feeling he's going to have like 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. And people around the league are going to be like, who the hell is this tight end in Minnesota? Because he is a guy, he's a second-round pick from Alabama. freak athlete, 6'2", 6'3", 23 years old. And the thing about playing tight end in the NFL, I've said this on my channel a ton actually. Moving from college to the pro, besides quarterback or maybe corner, the hardest position I think by far is tight end, because you got to understand the whole new route tree in the NFL. And also, you're not just playing receiver, you're playing an offensive lineman. How important blocking is in the NFL, you have to adjust to that. And Irv Smith, in the 2020 season, so not last year, season before, he took a huge leap in his run blocking. And that was the #1 thing that was a report coming out of camp heading into the season, is Irv's the complete tight end. So I think Irv, he could be a hybrid tight end, split him out wide, but if he does need to put his hand in the dirt and go down block a D end, he can do that. So anyways, Irv is my guy. I'm a little biased towards him, of course, but I think he's going to explode. I think Kevin O'Connell is going to be the catalyst as of why. Let me know what you guys think down below. Skol Vikes, so excited for this season. Irv Smith, huge season coming for you. See you guys next time.